You know what I mean? Like the situation with Sancho as well. Obviously, this is going to be a big year for him and that. You know what I mean and whatnot. So we just have to wait and see how that develops, man. But personal stuff, you know what I mean. I think nobody should be really going to that level, in it. Like, let's talk about football. You know what I
Mm,
mean, and keep it as that. But anything personal, man, you don't really need to go there. Like that's why I don't like. There's a lot of people who talk about like footballers wearing chains and that, and they say, oh, like their lifestyle. And when they're at fashion shows, they're talking about what they're doing and saying concentrate on football. Like, why do you care what they do outside of a pitch? Like, I don't understand. Like, that's one thing I never get for me. Like,
mm,
when people are off the pitch, like, why should it concern you? Like, that's
mm.
outside of football. Like, that's not what the realms of football. When they come back to football, are they training? And they do whatever they do. Is the manager okay with that? Then that's fine. So I don't understand why people have a go when it's off season or when they're at a basketball game and they're like, he should be concentrating on football. Like half of these lot don't leave their houses, man. They don't leave their bedrooms, man. I'm being serious here, Rans. Like half of these guys don't know what life is, man. There's a life outside of
Mhm.
football. And that's what footballers don't do now. I think enough. Like they don't have that balance. Maybe because football is so like it's so intense. They don't have a balance. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
but
a
it's
life
not. It's
balance.
not. It's not the intensity of the game. It is the fact that because of social media now, yeah, it's like they don't have any privacy, bro. You know, like that.
Yeah,
That's all
that's
it
also
is.
another
So,
one as well.
so like the stuff that footballers used to be able to do away from the pitch, bro. Like you got to realize, Roy Keane and all these brothers, these men were in the pub getting smashed and that they were out doing whatever they want, and
Yeah,
nobody. There was no camera phones, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. A lot of these guys were out doing madness, bro. Like they were doing
yeah.
absolute madness, and you never really knew. And then later on, it was
And that's what I
newspaper.
mean. Social media has
Still
made it,
weren't camera phones.
bigger.
It was
Yeah.
like paparazzi, you know them ones. So when Rooney was getting busted going to see hookers and them thing there, yeah, it's like that was still in the newspaper tabloid time. Imagine if there was camera
Yeah,
phones back then. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if there was
bro.
chat back
Wild.
then and all these other things. There wasn't. So you gotta understand, yeah, that footballers been having lives outside of football. But the thing is, it becomes even more hard to do now, yeah, because their camera phones, their social media, a man can take a picture of you, send it to their brethren, and then you get me, you're in a gossip page like the same day. Like it's completely different.
Yeah. You know what it is though? Whenever I'm around like footballers or just in general people of like thinking like it's the way how you act in it. A lot of people, first of all, they act like they're fanboys, and then they kind of like you know what I mean, like they're obsessed with them, and they want to chill out and whatnot. Or people use it to their advantage, so they say, right, what can I gain out of the situation? How can I make the situation go viral in it? And this is the reason why you might not see that connection with footballers and fans in that aspect because they just think like, what are they trying to gain out of me? Are they trying to record me? If I say something now, what's gonna happen? Like they've got to have a certain image about them. So it's difficult, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you, man. They just want you to be you in it. When these guys are around people and what they want you to be you, but they also want you to kind of feel like they're just a normal human being as well. Like they don't want to feel on a pedestal as well. You get me?
Mhm.
Like because end of the day, when you get their phone out and what, they're like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like,
Bro,
what's
and why
going on
would
here?
they
Like, what?
why would they want to be on a pedestal, bruv? Like if you were someone like
Exactly.
Grealish, yeah, and you're like 25, 26, what would you do if you was a 26-year-old multi-millionaire, bruv? What would you do, blood? Like that's what a lot of these people need to ask themselves. Like, what would you if you knew you could do anything, blood?
Mm,
I'm doing exactly that. Anything I fucking want, like that. And that's
yeah,
what it is. So if I want to go and do the mad thing, I'm doing a mad thing, bro. Listen, as long as it don't affect my game on the pitch, I'm doing whatever I like.
yeah,
And that's just exactly what it is. So if man wants to go out
yeah,
party, man could go out party. If I want to get a flipping private jet with 20 gal, go to an island, I'm going. Like there's nothing you can do. Like do you
yeah,
understand?
yeah,
Like these man don't understand, yeah. Like these guys didn't ask for you to be in their business. Like nobody asked for that.
yeah,
These man just want to live
yeah,
their lives, bro. Like that. And now a lot of these guys are multimillionaires as teenagers, bro. Like, what can you tell these men?
bro. You
What can you
can't.
tell
That's what I'm
them?
saying, bro.
Can't tell
But
them
you
nothing.
know what I mean, I think that's what the thing is with social media though. Everything's always a negative connotation in it, like just general. Like if they're seen in the beach and they're with a gal, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They'll make a headline out of it, and the next thing you know, everyone will believe that headline and whatnot. So it's just
Mm.
always a negative connotation, bro. It's just the way media is, isn't it? And like I said, the Deli Ali situation now, watch how it goes right now. There'll be a sympathy phase, and then it'll turn into negativity next week. You know what I mean? That's just a real reality situation. Like he'll be in a car in his Bentley or whatever, and he'll be outside. I don't know, go and get grabbing a food, and it'll be like, oh, Deli Ali munching on this or whatever. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, the way they twist it. Now it's a sympathy stage. Everybody's
Mm.
sad for him, and then next thing you know, everybody's gonna vilify him. That's the way it kind of is now, man. Social media. So it's crazy, man. And that's why for me, I just try not get caught up in it, man. I just have my own opinion and I just do me in it. I don't really follow the crowd. I have my own opinion, and that's it, bro. You get me? Like I don't really kind of follow the narrative as such. I just have my own opinion. So yeah, man, it is what it
You
is,
know
isn't
what it
it?
is
What
though.
can you do?
It's I obviously I haven't lived. I haven't lived in any countries anywhere near as long as I've lived here for me to know. But it's one of them ones. All the countries that I have lived in, yeah, like bro, this is the only country that these man talk about footballers and what they do and have certain
In that way,
expectations of these people in that way, bro. Because and it's deep rooted, you know. It's one of them ones where people need to understand, yeah, that this country, in it, like when you look at the history of this country and the fact that we still have very much have a class system in this country, like we still got a royal family, you know them one, and it's like
yeah,
you
yeah,
can't have a royal family without having a class system, like you can't in it, and it's like
yeah.
most of these footballers are working class, and man see these man with money and they're just hating. That's just
Yeah,
all
of
it is,
course,
bro. Because
man.
when rich people are
Oh,
out, when well, bruv, listen, because bruv, when all these fucking, because I know these men that make less money that probably come from like upper middle class, like upper class backgrounds. These men are in trading floors sniffing coke off prostitutes. No one don't
yeah,
care, you know. But
yeah,
make you be a footballer, blood. You know what I'm saying? And man's been seen on a yacht with two gal. All of a sudden, man want a pocket watch, fam. Like, why you
yeah.
watching
It's
my
crazy,
pocket
man.
for, blood? Like, why you putting
Crazy.
man's salary? Every time you hear about a footballer, they put his salary next to him, bro.
Yeah.
Why is it your business how much money man makes,
'Cause
bro?
they're trying
Like,
to say that he don't deserve that and he shouldn't be on that, and they're trying to
but this is what I'm trying
almost
to say.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why it's mad, bro. You know what I mean? And now you're seeing, you know what I mean, more footballers from different ethnic backgrounds. You're seeing more footballers, you know what I mean, like you know what I mean, like the man them, you know what I mean, like Crystal Palace is full of the man them. You feel me? So
Crystal
like,
Palace
you know
is
what I mean?
real. Like, yo, that's
Yeah.
Croydon FC blood for real. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah, see, yeah.
it's that. It's
Oh,
that.
Zaha made a new team, innit? Zaha and Stormzy made a Croydon FC, man, because the
Well,
amount of
yeah, but
man.
it was a non-league team anyway, and then I think they're just
Oh,
all
is it okay?
they're part of a consortium in it, like that's involved in the club.
Okay, say no
That's just
more.
all it is. So it's Zaha, Stormzy, and Kitman from Crystal Palace. I think there'll
Yeah,
definitely be like silent investors there that have put the money up in it, and then man will kind of just be the face of it. Um, but
yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like a lot of these men don't want to see the man them with money. Do you know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
nah, nah, 100%. 100%, man. You get me? They don't want to see the man there with money in it because it's like, oh, we've never had money. So all of a sudden,
Mhm.
you might have got money. You need to have better responsibilities. Like, no, they're just gonna be the same people, you know what I mean, and act the way they've acted. You get me? So, like, money shouldn't change you as a person, and the media want you to change as a person. That's a problem, though, isn't it? Like, the media want you to kind of be this new responsible and this next level person. Like, nah,
No,
man,
but when you
people
come
used to
from
be
a
that.
working class, background, or you look a certain way, if your skin's a certain color, they just want you
Yeah,
to be that. They just want you to be mad humble, and they don't want you to enjoy your money. They don't want you to
exactly.
outwardly being shown that you've got bread, blood, because it offends them, bro. That's just all it
Yeah,
is. They did that.
yeah,
That's why they love stories like N'Golo Kante driving a Mini Cooper and that. They love those
yeah, yeah,
stories.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
though he probably don't really drive a mini, like you know them ones. Maybe he was
Nah,
driving
nah,
one
he's
at
just
the
not showing
time.
it.
You know
Yeah,
them
of
ones there,
course.
but them man want you to be that humble you, yeah, that never forgets where you came from because you didn't come from shit, even though you got money, bro.